Welcome to the Vibe Club.
Welcome back, travel fans. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and today we're going to be talking about the Vibe Beach Club on Norwegian Cruise Line. Before I say anything about the Vibe Beach Club, what do you think of that new intro? Isn't that cool? Special thank you to Peter Hardcastle for making that for me. It took a lot of work, and he just did it as a gift to the very unofficial travel guide. So I want to officially say thank you, Peter. I think it's fantastic, and if any of you think it's fantastic too, then please write that down in the comments below. And Peter, go take a look at those comments in a couple of days, and you'll see you're gonna get a lot of love. Not only from me, but also from the viewers of the very unofficial travel guides. Thanks again. All right, as mentioned, I am going to be talking about the Vibe Beach Club today, and that is something that on our recent cruise on the Norwegian Escape, it was the first time that I got the chance to see the Vibe Beach Club. And I'm going to be talking about it and showing you videos of it as well. But I need to give a little bit of more information before I get to that part, because not everybody knows the way cruise ships are set up, or at least the way that the Norwegian cruise ships are set up. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that in advance so that it's more obvious why something like the Vibe Beach Club can exist and why it might be interesting. You know what I mean? Anyways, just keep watching and we'll get to it eventually, or you can sort of fast forward and you'll find where I start talking about it directly if you're not interested in all the other stuff. Normally on cruise ships, at least on all the cruise ships that I've been on, the top deck, like where it's open at the top of the ship, that's where all the main sort of fun stuff is. That's where the pool or pools are. That's where the water slide or water slides are. Things like mini golf and rock climbing and basketball, all multi-function sports courts and things like that, all the hot tubs, they are usually all up on the top of the ship. And depending on the size of the ship, depending on the number of passengers, depending on the way it's sort of laid out, there are places that are very well visited, and then other places that are sort of less well visited. And I think one thing that, especially on our cruise on the Escape, one thing that I was a little bit frustrated by is it seemed like, and this is not anything you really ever have control over directly, one thing that frustrated me was that the atmosphere around the main pool was always quite loud, rambunctious, drunk, and party-like. And I have, of course, if you've been following my videos for a while, you know that that's not like a problem that I have, because I have been those people. However, it's just nice that when you're not in that mood, that there are other options. And the way that the NCL, at least the bigger NCL ships are set up, if you want to like take a dip in the pool, there aren't really many other options, because there's the main like sort of adults pool, and that's where this Party Central was, and then over by the water slides in the kids area there's another kids pool. I mean, it's sort of like an everybody pool. And then after they built the Epic, all the other ships in that class, they all have this adults only area at the back, but only the Epic has a swimming pool in that area, and all the other ones just sort of have like a grown-up splash area in like with waterfalls or things like that. And so if you really want to like submerge yourself in cool water, the Epic is the only one you can do that in the adults only area, and otherwise there's the pools. And if the atmosphere at the pools is not what you're into at that moment, then then you can go to the very front of the ship to like all the sun decks and stuff like that. But then there's no hot tub, there's no showers, there's all those factors. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this, or explaining what you would need to know before you would know if you would rather have that or go to the Vibe Beach Club. So I'm just going to start talking about the Vibe Beach Club. What is it? Well, it is a separate area on the ship that you can only get into if you buy like a a membership to it or like a pass, and you can buy a day pass or you can buy like a week pass or a pass for your entire cruise. And the prices, I couldn't get any like real concrete information about the prices because I did a couple different searches and it seems to vary. I think it varies depending on the ship and depending on the length of the cruise. But a day pass was between $25 and $30, and a week pass was, I think, $99, so around $100. So it's going to be money that you're going to be spending extra. And what is it you get for that money?
Well, let me tell you.
First of all, in order to buy one of these passes, you need to wait until you get on the ship. You cannot buy one before you get on board. At least the information that I have and the people that I chatted with about it, the information was you need to buy it when you get on board. And if you are interested in visiting the Vibe Beach Club, then it should be like the very first thing you do when you get on board, because there are a limited amount of passes sold, and that is one of the big benefits of this area. It will never ever be crowded. So that is one like major plus about visiting the Vibe Beach Club. If you want to have sort of an outdoor pool atmosphere, but have it be less crowded and much more chill, then the Vibe Beach Club might be something you're interested in. How do you get inside the Vibe Beach Club? Well, you're going to need a bracelet. That's what you get when you buy your pass, and an extra card, because the entrance to the Vibe Beach Club is like a security door. So you need to slide your extra card in there and then it opens up, and that's how you can get into the Vibe Beach Club. And you're required to wear this wristband when you're in there, because otherwise, it would be pretty easy to sort of smuggle yourself in there. And I think that having the colored wristband on helps the employees keep track of who should be there and who should not be there. All right, so once you're inside, what is in there? Almost all the Vibe Beach Clubs, and they're all on the bigger NCL ships, except the Epic, I think, they all have sort of fancier schmancier sun chairs. So at the normal pool deck, you'll have these chairs with like the plastic frames, and then this sort of like, I don't know, like plastic nylon webbing that you lay on. And I mean, those are comfortable enough. But at the Vibe Beach Club, they are even fancier. They're like sort of, some of them are sort of wickery, and they all have sort of a padding on it, so like a mattress. And they were very, very comfortable. Much more comfortable than the normal deck chairs. Like I could seriously lay down on one of those and take a nice long nap with just like the cool ocean breeze blowing past me. That would be nice. I wish I could do that this afternoon, but I'm here in Hamburg in front of the red sofa. So maybe I'll take a nap here on the red sofa. That wouldn't be the first time. Tangent. What else is inside the Vibe Beach Club? It also has a bar. And here's another nice thing about it. A lot of times the bars up on the top area of the ship, especially close to the pool, they get really crowded. On the sunny days, especially on sea days, the bars get really crowded. So that's another nice thing about the Vibe Beach Club, is you can go there and you will basically immediately get served. So even if you don't feel like you want to hang out there at that moment, if you have a membership to the Vibe Beach Club and you're at the normal pool, if you just go up the stairs and go into the club, you probably get a drink quicker than if you wait down at the pool. Also, when we were there, they were walking around with treats. So they walk around like with fruit skewers or with cookies or with popsicles, and I think that's a nice thing. And I mean, occasionally that happens down at the main pool as well, but I think it happens much more frequently up in the Vibe Beach Club. So another nice thing. And in case I haven't said it yet, it's not a very big area, but it just will never be crowded because they limit the amount of passes sold. And we had a pass for the entire cruise that we were there. Whoever organized that for me, by the way, thank you. I didn't buy it. It showed up as a present. And I don't know if it was one of you guys or if it was some staff on the ship that gave that to us, but whoever it was, thank you very much. Anyways, we had this pass for the whole week, and we went there 3 or 4 times, and it was never crowded. We never had a problem finding chairs. We walked right in, and it was really like having a private area. I think the most other people that we saw there were maybe like 12. So really sort of exclusive. It was quiet and chill. What else is there? They also have at least one hot tub. I think they all have one hot tub. So you can submerge yourself in water. However, it's then warm water. And, you know, if you're cruising in the Bahamas or in the Caribbean, I would prefer having cool water there. I don't know. I'm not the kind of person who hangs out in the hot tub unless it's cold outside. And usually when I'm on a cruise, it's not cold outside. So I would prefer that to be like in the Epic adult only area, they have the pool. And I wish that they would have a pool in the Vibe Beach Club. That would make it even better, if you ask me. What they do have, if you want to cool down, at least on the Escape, are some of these misty things where you can stand in there and this light mist of water wafts down over you. And that is also a nice effect. And it really cools you down without getting you like soaking wet. So I guess that is kind of a plus. Some of the Vibe Beach Clubs also have cabanas. So, you can rent a private cabana area, and that also comes with food service as well, if I remember it right. So you get like extra food delivered to the cabana. However, they cost an extra charge on top of the entrance to the Vibe Beach Club. So, you know, if that's for you, then that's for you. And, you know, if you've got the extra $100 a person to buy a week pass, and then you've got the extra money per person to rent a cabana, I start to wonder, you know, if all that is in your budget, then why don't you just get a suite in the Haven, and then it's much more private anyways, you know what I mean? But maybe if it's something special that you just wanted to do for one day, you could try to maybe do it that way. I don't know. I personally wouldn't spend the money on a cabana. If I've already got entrance to the Vibe Beach Club, then it's already really, you know, a nice special upgrade than the normal pool atmosphere. So I don't feel like I would need a cabana, but I don't know. If they're there, obviously other people do like them. And I'm trying to think of what other pluses or perks came with Vibe Beach Club membership. I think I sort of covered them all. Nice, fancier lounge chairs, sort of a private hot tub, sort of a private bar, misters to cool you down, extra goodies being served in the afternoon sun. I can also tell you it opens, at least when we were on board, it opened at 7 in the morning and stayed open until 11 at night. So I think that's right. That sounds really late, but I think that's what I remember reading. And, you know, so of course, that's also a nice thing, you know, if at night, especially if you don't have a balcony cabin and you want to sort of have a nightcap, have a nice drink out in the open air before you go to bed, you can go up to the Vibe Beach Club, and it's going to be a nice chill out atmosphere, totally different than what it's going to be like by the pool or at most places inside the ship. So that would be another reason, I guess, another nice thing about having the membership to that. I don't know. I hope this information helped you, and I hope the pictures and everything helped you as well. If you have any questions about that, about the Vibe or about Vibe Beach Club, just let me know, you know, write to me here in the comments or write to me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I'm mostly on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Twitter is not something I use a whole lot, but if you're only on Twitter, then you can write to me there too as well. And now comes the time on Sofatime, where I answer your comments live on air. In last week's Sunday Sofa Time, we talked about the movie Like Father, which was filmed mostly on the Royal Caribbean, Harmony of the Seas. And Marcus and I had watched that and sort of did like a review of it. And so if you haven't seen the movie, and you want to watch it and you don't want any spoilers, probably not good if you watch these comments, because a lot of the comments are discussing the things that we saw in the movie together. And I'm going to start here with DM Wheeler. DM, he or she, writes, I thought it was a cute movie. The actors made it fun. For some reason, the game show made me laugh so much I almost paused it. Weird, I don't remember that being that funny. Anyways, different strokes. DM says, I agree with you on the non-twist, missed opportunity. Good review. First of all, thank you, DM. And what DM means about the non-twist is, for a significant part of the film, the father character is talking about somebody important in his life that he recently lost, and then you find out that he refers to this person as his partner, and it seems the whole time that he's going to come out, and that's going to be like the big surprise. And then when the time comes to like unveil everything, he's like, no, it's my business partner. And it just seemed like sort of like, okay, well, that was weird. Why did you do it that way? You know, the people who wrote the film and the team who created this film, I feel like, and DM feels like, it would have been better if you thought the whole time it was the business partner, and then the twist was it turned out to be the life partner, like the lover, and that would have made more sense then why he left the family when Kristen Bell's character was so young. But they didn't do it that way. Moonshine writes, I agree with you. Okay, fluff movie that you probably aren't supposed to think too hard about. Yeah, that's pretty much what I say too. I was wondering how they let two inebriated passengers get on the ship in the first place, without luggage, with an urn of ashes. That was another weird twist. Then, the table group, with everyone being so happy and involved with each other and wanting to spend every moment together. Who does that? Then, the water scene. Never been anywhere on an excursion without 150 of my closest friends. LOL. Love the ship, though. Looks like a lot of fun. Must do. And here's an interesting thing. People have been writing to me to say that you actually can bury people at sea. At least Royal Caribbean has a program to do it, and maybe that was part of sort of the advertisement for Royal Caribbean. Of course, it's something you have to get set up before you leave, and it has to happen at a certain distance of mileage away from land, but there is a way to do it. So if you are interested in doing that for your loved one, or if it's something that you think you want to be done with you when the time should come, geez, this seems really weird to talk about that. But anyways, if that is something that you're interested in, then make sure to tell your loved ones so they know how to set it up when the time comes. Wow, that seems really weird. I've never talked about like death and dying on this channel. But it's still related to a cruise, so somehow it's all relevant. Final comment is from Adam Abdul Alim. Adam writes, Hi Morgan. Hi Adam. We watched it on Saturday. My wife and I thought he was dying. Would have also been an interesting twist. That was going to be the twist in the end, and it would have also been like, that would have made sense why, it would have made more sense why he, after so many years, started trying to get connected to his family again. That was going to be the twist in the end. Turns out we were both wrong. It was a nice movie overall, I think. Also, you have to watch the movie Love at Sea, which is another Harmony movie. It's on the Hallmark Channel. I don't know if you can get that where you are. The answer to that is no. And a lot of people have been writing to me about this other movie that was filmed on the Harmony of the Seas. What's it called again? Love at Sea. I don't know. Maybe there'll be an opportunity to watch it sometime. Let's just say it will be a fun movie to watch. Wink. Oh, by the way, love your channel. Well, thank you so much, Adam. I love doing this, and I love that you're here, and I love that you wrote that comment. That's it for this week. Thanks, as always, for hanging out. I hope you're having a great weekend. I had yesterday off as well, and I ended up doing a lot of things here from home, so I only left the house once on the entire Saturday. But if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that we went out and had a nice dinner, and then we went to the fair and rode some rides and had some treats, so I don't know, if you're quick, you might still be able to see those things because, you know, on the Instagram story, they only last 24 hours. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. So thanks, everybody. Have a great Saturday. No, have a great Sunday. It's Sunday today. It really is Sunday today. Sometimes I do these on Saturdays and upload them on Sunday, but today really is Sunday. Bye-bye.